Good morning. How are you doing today? And today, before the sermon, I really want to recognize Dr. Ang's family. Yesterday, Dr. Ang turned 90. Then, in order to celebrate, happy birthday, Dr. Ang, and also to celebrate his whole family gathered yesterday and had a very, very wonderful party. And also, I never met Dr. Ang's daughters, Joni and Jenny, and I was happy to meet them. They are here, and maybe all of you know them already, but and also I know that the son-in-law Nami Huang, he is here. Would you like to stand up, like Jenny and Joni also? He is the national leader of Hong Kong. I think your wife she's downstairs, yeah. Oh, okay. Taking care of baby downstairs. I remember, I think it was 2 years back, I met him in Korea, 2 or 3, anyway, I don't remember. But as soon as I see him around, I wanted to know who is that. Somehow, I don't know what's the reason. I really felt I want to know this person. Then every time I see him, he was kind of far away or talking to many people. And then at the end, before I leave, I was able to talk to him. Then I found out he is the son-in-law of Dr. Ang. Also, I knew his mother from India a couple of times. She visited there. Anyway, welcome to New Jersey. Thank you so much for visiting our church. And I was so delighted to be part of yesterday's birthday celebration. And also, we have a small one. We prepared a small cake cutting at the end. And we really want to celebrate that. We are so happy that we are able to celebrate this amazing person's birthday here. Thank you, Dr. Ang. Yeah, last 1 week I wasn't here. Last Sunday, I was in Dallas Church. It was mainly the dedication ceremony that was planned for many, I think, couple of months ago. And also we had the Holy Wine ceremony, the first special Holy Wine ceremony. Also the Holy Wine bequeathing ceremony of the holy items. And I was actually so jealous to see that church. Oh my God, that's amazing. Every time, until now, everyone, wherever I go, people would say me, oh, New Jersey, you have the best church. And no more. And you see those pictures in Family Fed. I took some pictures on my camera. Can you show that? Okay. Yeah, I put it into a different presentation. Okay. Is that the one? Okay, I think that's anyway. I just took pictures with my phone, not so great pictures. I forgot to take during that program, so I went back on Monday just to take some pictures. I called the pastor, he came over, and this is a 5-acre plot, and which has, I don't know what is the size of the building. It's huge, and especially they have a big parking lot, very big. Can you move that somehow? It's not moving from my... oh, it's moving? Okay. This is actually one side view. I couldn't get a full picture from my... That's okay. It's on the side. Actually, the main entrance is from the side. Then I took pictures from both sides. So otherwise, I couldn't get a full picture. Then also, they really have really amazing basketball court, a gymnasium as part of the Not outside, really inside the building, a really amazing basketball court, also huge parking, maybe more than 100 cars can be parked. And can you see that? What is that? Basketball court. Oh my God. After I got injured playing basketball 2 months back, I wasn't playing at all. But when I went there, I couldn't stop. I just played a little bit. And also I got some money. We got the second prize. And we played. Then, who is that? Anyway, I can't see that fully. Yeah, again in basketball court. That's really, I'm truly, truly jealous about that. And also this is kind of that inside also, this is like a school and church together. They have so many classrooms, and if we have that in New Jersey, we can have our New Hope School and church together and still have a lot of extra space. And that's what really amazed me, how much. And do you know what is the size of Dallas community? How many people you guess? How many families? 100? 150? Anyone else? Any guess? What did you say? 57? How do you know that exact? Not 57 and a half. Okay. Actually, they have only 40 families. I'm really, really amazed by the conviction they have. They are able to buy this, and they have that conviction that they can manage this building. And the Pastor Jackson have that amazing spirit. And he told me, like when 2 years back, True Mother told all of us that you have to upgrade your buildings. And you have to be healthy and really proud of being who you are and showcase yourself to the world. And that's where he thought, okay, I have to buy a new church. And then this new building, I thought it is exactly made for them, because this building is built around 10 years back, but somehow that church was a big church before, but somehow this building process, it took almost 10 years or something. Then during that time, they lost their congregation. Their congregation became 20% of the congregation before they started building the church. So at the end, they couldn't manage that. So they had to sell it maybe in, I don't know how many years. After a few years, they sold to somebody. Then those people who bought them, they were not a church people. They wanted to buy it for something else, and they also couldn't do anything with that, because according to Pastor Jackson, God wasn't happy because the church was being used for something else. So it came to market and we got it, and it's amazing. And I feel like it's planned according to what do we need, and Dallas family is so happy. The young people are excited, and I believe like it is the way for us to go too. And a couple of months back when Dr. Kim came here, he told me you need to get a bigger church. Yes, I want to obey him. Anyway, can you just move on? I want to go on this. Forgive me, my photos are not really good. I just took some pictures with my phone. Anyway, it was so beautiful. Let us really pray for Dallas community so that they can really utilize this building. They have big plans. Even some part they want to rent out because right now they don't have that much use. But I think the church is going to really grow because they have space for people to come in, and it's an exciting place. And let us really support them. And also we have supported them from our district by giving $1,500 as a support from our side. That's also Dr. Kim asked all of us all the district to support at least $1,000, and we thought maybe we should give a little bit more, and we helped them with the $1,500. It's not so much because that building cost $2.85 million. And out of that, I think $500,000 headquarters supported, and then they had an existing property they sold and bought this new one. Anyway, I'm really happy to join with Dallas community in their happiness, and let us be with them in spirit, and so that they will grow and they will flourish. Okay? And thank you for your prayers. And that was the main big thing happening for the Dallas community. And same time we had the first holy wine ceremony, first special grace holy wine ceremony happened in the country was happening there. And I joined there, and also we received the holy items from there. And whoever I talked after that program was everyone felt that there was amazing Spirit of God and true parents were there. And it was fully Spirit, and Holy Spirit was present there, right there, and lifting up everyone. And members from all around that district were present there, almost 400 members. And I think almost everyone felt the same. I haven't talked to everyone, but I talked to so many of people I know, and everyone felt, oh my God, this is something amazing. We are we have been lifted up by God, by true parents, and we have to do it all over the world. Anyway, right now we are preparing for that, and in New Jersey also. Originally, we were supposed to be having our holy wine ceremony today, but because we haven't received the holy items, we have postponed that to the end of the month. But for anyone who cannot be here by the end of the month, you can join today. We have 2 or 3 families who will not be here. They are joining today. Not for everyone, but if you won't be here, you can join today. And but during that process in Dallas, I had, even before that also, even though we were doing this preparation like conditions such as 40 bows and prayer conditions, still I wasn't able to get that fully until I attended that ceremony, until I really received that from that grace from God and true parents. And that's why I really want to, before we go into that ceremony, before we receive that holy items, I really want to talk to you, what is that grace means? What does it really mean for God? Why we have this ceremony again? Like I remember, 2008 or sometime we had one, or 2009, one time we had this grace ceremony, and then we received the holy wine and during Foundation Day time, and now we are receiving it again. And we are doing this until last few days ago. We were going through this special grace devotion time in order to prepare ourselves to receive that grace from God, to receive that love from God. And let us really try to understand that what is that really means. As you heard from the songs today, as well as from the Hunduka reading today, we really need to understand God's heart. God's heart is aching for thousands of years. God's heart is suffering for so many years. And God is looking for people who can understand and who can go together, go and stay with God, go and stand by with God, so that God can feel that freedom and feel that healing. When we are together with God, God is happy. The reason why God cannot feel that happiness completely is that we are not together with God. Adam and Eve, they were not together with God. That's why God was feeling that unhappiness all throughout these years. Only when we are able to share our love, our complete love with God, then God can feel that happiness. God can really feel, now I'm living a life with my children. And that is what God is giving to us through the blessing and through a blessed life, and also a glorification of human life and divine and God by the end of our life through Sungwa ceremony. These three things are actually a process where we can become one with God, really establish the tonal guk here on this earth and become one with God. But this is what we are actually receiving, the grace of God. It's not a one time. It's not just a one time thing. Even in Christianity, we believe, I don't know, not everyone familiar with those terms. In Christianity, we call it like a justification of a life, and then sanctification throughout the life, and then glorification at the end of the life. For us also, it is very similar. By the time we meet with God, we receive the blessing, we are actually being justified by God. God is saying that this is my son, this is my daughter, I know them. They are not sinners. I know them. God is guaranteeing our sinlessness because God created us without any sin, and that is, God is reconfirming that again when we are meeting God in our life. When we really understand the heart of God, in one way, in other way, you can say that is our realization is that I am the child of God. Oh my God, what was I doing all these years? I am the child of this God. I am a daughter of this God. I am a son of this God. And that moment, not because we have done anything, but because we have realized that I need God in my life. I need the grace of God in my life. Suddenly that time, God is granting. Or it's always there. Not that God is taking and giving to you that time, but it is always there. As soon as our heart is ready, as soon as we realize that we have to receive the grace of God, I need that in my life, I need that confirmation from God, then it's there. And then again, our life after that blessing, after we realize the blessing we have received, or even after we realize that blessing Adam and Eve received when they were created, then after that we have to lead a life of blessedness. A blessed life we are leading. That is a process we are going throughout our life. That's a process we are continuing until the end of our life. And in fact, we can feel that. What's the big deal about this? We all know about this. Actually, we all know about these things. But the big deal about this is that at first, even to realize that I need the presence of God in my life, it's not easy. Because many times we have a feeling that I'm qualified to receive that. My lineage was great lineage. My father was that, my grandfather was that, and our great grandfathers or all people in my lineage have done great things for God, and so many things we feel. And then when feel like we are qualified to receive that, as soon as we feel that way, we are disqualifying ourselves from receiving that grace from God, receiving that reconfirmation from God. Our realization should be, I need God's presence in my life, but I am not qualified. I cannot do anything to make myself qualified to receive that. When we feel the other way, we are actually separating God from our life. Also, in another way, sometimes we feel God cannot work in my life. I'm too sinful. How can God come to my life? God hates me because I'm doing so many bad things. One time I had a young person telling me that after he had a couple of incidents of watching pornography, he was kind of didn't want to do anything in his life. He didn't even want to do anything, even prayer or anything, because he thought, it's not at all. I'm so bad. I cannot be with God. I'm so bad. And same time, he got confirmation from Satan that, yes, you're right. You are really bad. And God is very good. So better you don't go there. Your prayer won't work there. Because he is so good and you are so bad, how it will work? Very good logic, no? Do you think so? Very good logic. Then many times we just hide ourselves from the rest of the world. I don't even want to see my friends. I don't want to talk to my parents. I'm so sinful. There is no way I can get out of this. Lock ourselves inside, away from everyone. And that's where again and again Satan confirms that, yeah, you are right. Now you are doing something right. Don't talk to anyone. Don't go to anyone else. Everyone hates you because you are so bad. And that's even a worse scenario where we cannot receive the grace from God. We cannot receive the blessings from God. We cannot receive the love from God because we don't believe in God and we believe in Satan. We believe everything opposite to God. And that is going on in our life. And here, in our life also many times, even though we are blessed, even though we have done so many good things in our life, many times we easily get into these two modes very easily. And as you know, in our church, in Unification Church, we are restoring these thousands of years of history, thousands of years of providence in a short span of few years. Sometimes providence moves very, very fast. And we know that in early 2000s, we have God's coronation. That was a big thing. Then we have Foundation Day. That's a big thing, even before we think about that. And then many times, we are not able to catch up with that pace. Then we feel like, oh, what is happening Foundation Day? I don't feel anything in my life. Even after that, I can't do anything. What is the difference? That's many times that is because we are still affected by this fallen world, affected by things happening in our life, affected by things happening in our schools. Sometimes a child coming back from school don't want to talk to their parents because that day he or she encounters something she or he never know before. And that's kind of bothering he or she. And then slowly starting that separation from parents, then from God, and then we kind of get into a mode where we cannot understand anything happening in the providence. That's why after this time, after 4 years of dedication, by the time we are going to celebrate the 4th anniversary of the Holy Ascension of our true Father, our true Mother asked all of us, you need to reconfirm yourself. You are the hope of God. And you were the one God was looking all throughout these years. Yet, we are on different planes now. Some of us are very, very excited about 2020. Some of us are really excited to do things. They are saying, okay, I want to commit myself every day. I want to do active every day. But some days, even same people, we feel, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't know what is happening. I don't even think that anything, whatever I do, will make any difference in this world. I don't want to do anything. We are in this fluctuation many times. That's why True Mother is granting us this, allowing us to join in this holy wine ceremony as a condition to receive these holy items as the honor of Chonil Gurk. As far as I remember in the past, there was no time in our church where we all can receive these holy items and take it to our home just as we have in our churches. Because True Mother is trusting us more than ever before. Right now, true parents have that conviction about us. They know we can do it. And that's why they're inviting us to be part of that. But even that also, the attitude we should have is that not because we have done everything in our life, but because God and true parents have done things for us. And we can receive this and again start everything as equal as true parents. We can start, we can continue our life in the presence of God. But when we have an entitlement mentality that I deserve this because I have done so and so, we can easily make us disqualified. That's why as we are preparing to receive these holy items, let us really think about ourselves. Let us find what are the inequalities, what are the insufficiencies in my life, and offer them to God. Offer them to true parents so that true parents can take them away without we doing anything, but just by having that attitude, but just by having that attitude of inviting God into our life. That's where we can receive this with the right place, a right attitude, with the right motivation. And also, if we have a feeling that I'm not qualified, I'm not worthy, I'm sinful, even that also we should not have. It's kind of a very, very tricky thing, isn't it? I feel like it's something kind of very paradoxical kind of thing. You should not feel you are qualified, but same time, you should not feel that I'm unqualified, I'm not worthy. But our attitude should be, I know I'm not qualified, but God, you are qualified. Because you are qualified, I can receive that grace from God. And in my life, many times I had that kind of relationship with my parents. Many times in school, I was like a naughty boy, sometimes doing bad things. I mean, like fighting with other kids but I remember one time we had a fight I wasn't fighting so much, I don't remember why, but a group of kids came to fight with me. I didn't have any way to run away. And then I took a handful of sands that was lying there, then throw them towards them. Then I think there was a little bit more bigger pebble, like a stone, and hit one boy's head, and then suddenly started bleeding. I got so panicked, and then I ran to my home. But somehow, even before I reached my home, my parents knew about that. Yeah, but they didn't tell me anything. But next day my father had to come to school and somehow say sorry and make sure that I will behave better in future and I won't act like that. And I feel almost like that God is doing for us, even though we do many times bad things, or we cannot keep up the standard we have promised to God, but God is coming, or even our true parents are saying that no, it's just happened because that was a small mistake by them. I'll guarantee they will behave in future. They will be good kids. They will behave nice in the future. And that way, God is guaranteeing, even though we are not able to catch up with the pace of the providence. And here, again, God and true parents are doing that for us and allowing us to overcome our guilty feelings, our shameful face, and also our embarrassment. God wants to take away. Many times I have people coming and talking to me that I don't think I can ever make a good relationship with my wife because I cannot, because I have done, I never treated my wife properly. But those are things those are things like many times Satan is bringing you down, saying that, no, you cannot do that. You are a very, very bad person. And especially with many of our young people, that's happening. Many times, Satan brings them to some kind of silly mistakes and then saying that, oh, you are so bad. You cannot, don't go to church or don't share this with your parents. You are such a sinner. But here, our true parents are allowing us to overcome all those shameful things in our life. And even if we have that entitlement mentality that we are qualified enough, even to overcome that. Let us overcome all these difficulties, all these things, not allowing us to go in front of God, not really making us worthy to receive that grace. Let us be completely open. Let us take everything away and let us go to God, go in front of two parents without anything inside us, without anything to block ourselves from us and God, no shades between us and God. And our two parents have taken away that veil between us and God. Let us go there without any shades in our life, without any prejudice in our life, without anything in our mind. When we go there with a blank slate, we will be filled by Holy Spirit. We will be filled by the power of God. And that's what we have to do. That's why we can receive on this new special holy wine ceremony time, and when we receive that holy items from true parents. This is something God is giving to us because God believes in us. And because we have that amazing power God has given to us right from the beginning. Brothers and sisters, let us, even though we are not doing this holy wine ceremony right now, let us completely keep that passion or doing that conditions and becoming more and more ready to receive God into our life and be ready to receive that grace into our life so that we can start our life again in the same level as true parents. And may God bless you. Thank you so much for your presence here. Thank you.